Welcome to Roadie Wellness, where we explore all things health and self-care. Whether you're seeking mental clarity, physical fitness, or insight from students like you, we've got you covered. Welcome back to the Roadie Wellness podcast. I'm your host, Olivia, and I am here with Gianna today. She's an incoming freshman at URI, and today we're going to talk about the freshman year experience and any questions that she might have, and give her some advice that tour guides might not give an answer to or that your friends might not know. So, Gianna, you're going to be moving in tomorrow. How do you feel about that?
It's kind of nerve-wracking, honestly. It's the first time you're away from home and you have to make all new friends and learn everything all over again.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. I mean, yeah, it's the first time you're away from home. It's going to be anxiety-inducing, but, I mean, it's a big change, but it's also, full of opportunities at the same time. It's, kind of holding both, being anxious and excited.
That's true. I mean, I'm looking forward to the new opportunities and, getting my degree.
True, yeah. Do you have any questions for me about, anything? School, move-in, campus life?
Yeah, one of the questions I have, actually, is how you buy books. 'Cause I feel like everyone has, a different thing. Use books, don't use used books, get the new ones, get them here, get them there. What's your advice?
Okay, that's a great question because a lot of times you'll go into class, it'll be syllabus week. The syllabus would be like, oh, you have to buy this book, this book, this book. And your teacher would be like, yep, this is the book list that you need to get. And a lot of times, not a lot of times, but I'd say a good chunk of times, you don't really need the books that they're telling you that you quote unquote need. There's been a lot of times where I'll just wait a week or two and we'll never really have an assignment where we actually need the book. The book is just used to prepare you for the lecture, but for me, I don't really learn a lot by just reading and taking notes. I absorb a lot of the information from the lecture, from doing the hands-on activities and work throughout the school year. And so I'd buy the book and then not read it and learn the exact same stuff in lecture. So it really depends on the class, because sometimes you will need the book to do your work, and other times you're just reading the same thing that's going to be reiterated in lecture anyways. So my advice is wait a week or two to actually even buy the book, because books are expensive. You don't want to drop $100 per class if you're taking 5 classes. That's already $5,000 right there. So just wait to see if you need the book or not, and if assignments are coming up and it's saying oh, you need the book, the only way you can finish this assignment is from the questions in the book or something like that, then get it. STEM classes might be different. You'll need an actual lab manual that you'll definitely need. But your psychology, right, for your major? Yeah, some of the stuff, I'm a psychology major too, you don't always need to have the book for. But for a place to get the books, I just like to shop around. You can get used books pretty cheap. Sometimes the syllabus will say, get the book at the bookstore, but it's almost always going to be more expensive at the bookstore for a textbook. So see if you can find it someplace else, whether it's eBay, Amazon. Even Amazon has a link for used books now that you can use. And then there's also some other websites, like campusbooks.com. That's a good one where they have cheap books and you can price compare from different platforms. Chegg sometimes has some good books, or book rentals. So sometimes you can buy the used book, other times you can just rent it for the semester and you'll have to ship it back to them. And sometimes there's online copies of the book. So it depends what you like, but a pro of online books is, one, if you wait and then you kind of need it last minute, you can just get it instantly online. You don't have to wait for shipping. And then also you can Control F and search for different keywords in the book if it's online too. And then you also don't have to carry it everywhere.
That's true. I do like online books.
Yeah.
Makes it easier.
Yeah. But some people like to, put notes in their book and they like a physical copy. So it really is up to the person. But Chegg is a good place that you could rent a physical book too. Thrift Books is a nice one as well. But there's a ton of places. So I'd say shop around. Don't get the book right away when you get the syllabus. Wait until you actually know that you're going to need the book.
How would you say the best way to make friends on campus is for a freshman?
That's a great question. Definitely as a freshman, especially if you're living on campus, you're going to be able to meet a lot of new people in your dorm, like through your roommate, through your floor mates. Definitely when you move in, make it a point to go to the people on your floor and like knock on their door, introduce yourself. I promise it's not weird. Like, this is the time where no one knows anyone. You're all on like a level playing field, and it's not awkward. Like, that is how you make friends, is just go up to someone. It's like kindergarten all over again. Go up to someone and be like, hey, we both have the same major, let's be friends. Like, literally, like, it's
That easy?
yeah, it's that easy. Just try to get to know as many people as you can, especially when you're like living with them on the same floor. And then like your roommate's kind of like your first friend really when you go to college. Even if you don't vibe with them like too much right away, you can at least do stuff together and then meet their friends, and then they can meet your friends, and then you'll eventually like make a little web and network of people that you know. Yeah, exactly. And then orientation week is a great time to be able to meet people too. It's like a ton of events that they have. They're all free. They have like little field trips or little like craft events. Just go to like basically as many as you can. Talk to people, get people snap. Usually people are like hanging out in their dorms like at night. You meet people by meeting friends of friends of friends.
Would you say Greek life or clubs are a good way to meet friends, or?
That's a good point that you make. Yeah, I think Greek life and rushing is a good way to see what's out there, see if Greek life is for you. Even if you aren't sure if you want to do it, you can always just give Rush a try. It doesn't mean you have to like commit to a specific sorority or fraternity if you rush. Like, you can just rush, and if you don't think it's for you, you can just drop Rush. But it's a good way to like meet people, because you'll have a Rush class, pledge class, or whatever that you can meet. And then with clubs, it's nice because you can find people that have the same interest as you. So it's like not just finding, people that, are freshmen that are looking to make friends that you know. It's like people that are also looking to make friends that have the same interest as you. Like, if you're into soccer, join an intramural soccer team, because then you'll meet other friends that are super into soccer. If you're into like art, join like an art club, and then you'll find people that are also artsy and that will want to do arts and crafts with you and that type of thing. So it's like nice because you can find people that share your interests too.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
So would you say a lot of people go home on the weekends or stay here and like?
It depends. I think a lot of people do go home, but I do find that the people that go home are the ones that end up being really homesick a lot, and it makes their adjustment a little bit harder, because they're not here on the weekends, so they're not like forcing themselves to go out and make friends and really experience this, like, the opportunity of living the college life and like being away from home. And I mean, obviously a lot of people are going to be homesick. It's normal to be homesick, but going home so often, I think it can like put you at a disadvantage. It's kind of like doing yourself a disservice. Sometimes it's better to just force yourself to stay and do something uncomfortable. Like, it's okay to be uncomfortable, because like that's how you're going to grow. That's how you're going to make friends. That's how you're going to learn to live on your own or live with like a difficult roommate or something like that. I think you should at least give it a try and try to stay here as much as you can and like really get the most of your freshman year college experience and force yourself to go outside of your comfort zone and grow. I mean, obviously college, a big part of it is academics and being able to further yourself along in your career path, but also I think it's great to be able to grow socially and mature emotionally as a person.
How about advisors? Do you think they're helpful, or do nothing?
Oh. It really depends on the advisor you have. Like, it really does. I know one of my friends absolutely loves her advisor. Like, they help her with internships and apply to internships and connect her with really important faculty for research opportunity and help her grow like professionally. They really help her with classes and staying on top of things and giving her advice that's like time appropriate to be able to give her enough time to apply to these things and that type of stuff. For other people, some advisors don't do that. It really depends on the advisor you get. And the advisor, you don't really get to choose your advisor. You just kind of are given an advisor based on the major that you have. So sometimes they're not helpful, and that really sucks, but it just means like it's just going to be a little bit more difficult for you to find opportunities, but That doesn't mean you're not going to be able to. It's just instead of like your advisor helping you out and doing some of that work, you're kind of just going to have to take it into your own hands and research those opportunities yourself, email professors that you want to get in contact with and set up meetings with them yourself, and you kind of just have to do it that way. You should still be meeting with your advisor just to make sure you're on track for graduation. Even early on, I know it might sound stupid as an incoming freshman to already be thinking about graduation requirements, but it's really important because some classes you have to take in a certain order to be able to finish on time. Some classes have prerequisites, so it's really important that you are ordering your classes and taking the classes that you need now, freshman year, to be able to meet those prerequisites to take the classes you need to graduate.
When you're taking those classes, how would you say the best way to connect with the professor is?
What classes? Like just taking classes in general?
In general.
Best way to connect with the professor, when you go to class, you're going to be given a syllabus, and it's going to tell you all the information that you need to know about the class. Each class is different. It's going to have different rules on attendance, on being able to eat and drink in class, homework, and then also how to get in touch with the professor. Some professors prefer to have a phone call or a text. They'll literally give you their personal number. Others will strictly be email only. Some might be a mix of both. So like I said, it depends, but make sure you read your syllabus because it's going to tell you what you need to know for that class. They also have office hours. It'll list the office hours where you can just drop in at any time unless they're by appointment only, and you can contact them that way too.
Would you say most people change their major after their first year?
A lot of people change their major. Like, so many people change their major. It's super normal to not know what you want and to figure out that, like, you might want to go down a different path and change your major. That is a nice thing about advisors. They can help you with that process. But that is also why it's nice to talk with your advisor about getting the classes that you need to get done now, because while you're doing those classes in your major, you might discover, oh, I don't actually really like what I'm doing at all. And then at least you have some experience, and then you'll have, sophomore, junior, senior year to be able to change your major. There's been people that I know that changed their major even in sophomore year. So you do have some time, but definitely try to figure it out freshman and sophomore year, because it's going to be a lot harder when you're in like your junior and senior year to change your major and graduate on time still. But there's also the option of adding a minor. If, let's say, you're really into theater, you love theater, but, like, you might not want to work in the theater industry as, like, your full-time career, you could totally do a theater minor and then still take theater classes, be in that community, learn about theater and that type of stuff, but still pursue your interest of, like, biology or whatever, like, you want your actual career to be in. So minor is a great way to still pursue your interests without having to pick one certain career or one certain thing, basically. Or you can like double major or even triple major if you want to, depending on the course that you take. I mean, I double major. Psychology is like one of the good majors that you can double major with. It's not super credit heavy. You don't need a ton of credit to be able to complete that major, so it's pretty easy to double major with other things. I just advise that you start early so you have enough credit to be able to do it.
What about studying? Where do you think the best place to study on campus is?
Probably the library. I mean, you can get a study room, you can study with friends. There's different levels, so you can study based on your like noise. If you want to talk with your friends or you have a group project, you can go on the first level. And if you want it like dead quiet and you're annoyed at your roommate because they keep talking or listening to TikTok, then you can go to the third level and it's like dead silent there. So it's really nice. It accommodates whatever your study preference is.
That's all the questions I have right now. Thank you so much for answering my question.
Thank you for joining today's podcast, Gianna. And
thank you for having me.
I wish you and every other incoming freshman a great freshman year. Stay safe, stay healthy, take your probiotics because you're probably going to get sick like 12 million times, and have fun. Before we wrap up, a quick reminder that all information shared in today's podcast is for informational and educational purposes only. Thank you for listening to another episode of Roadie Wellness. If you like what you heard today, tune in every Tuesday on all podcast platforms for more. If you want to stay up to date on events and healthcare tips, please follow us at URI Health Promotions on Instagram. And if you have any ideas for future podcast episodes or more social media content that you'd like to see, please feel free to DM us or email us. Until next time, take care and stay healthy.